Hi there viewer, my name's Boy Jr. and you're probably watching the top 5 horrific beasts in gaming video because you've just clicked it on the main menu of YouTube. Probably, but before we jump into the list, we first need to put together some rules and boundaries as to what we mean by a beast. So to do that, I went to Google and I found the literal definition, and it's as follows. A beast is an animal, especially a large or dangerous four-footed one. But for the sake of intrigue, we're gonna push the boat out just a little bit here and consider aliens, ghouls, and other beings rather than just animals. But as the definition states, these have to be four-legged, so any bipedal creatures or beasts unfortunately are disqualified. So throw on the kettle, get comfy, and hopefully enjoy the video. Number 5. Silas the Dog Boy, the Quarry. I've personally never played the Quarry before, but I was fully invested and interested in this character specifically when researching this video. A fleshed out backstory, a catchy and standout name, and he's a werewolf? He's a werewolf! I went over to the Quarry wiki to get this brief description of the character. Silas Voorhees is the main antagonist of the Quarry. He's a unique werewolf that prowls the forest, attacking or infecting nearly anybody he comes across, also cursing others to become werewolves themselves. There's also this huge backstory of how he was adopted and caged in order to serve as a front and act of a freak show, which is tragic, really, but due to him being an albino werewolf, his pale skin, his whitish glow, and alongside his four-legged scuttling really gives off this like uneasy aura and freakiness to the character, so that's why he's found himself on the list. He's not the most interesting, but he's cool enough to make it on the go. He's cool enough to make it on this list as 5th. So, number 5, Silas the Dog Boy. Number 4, Laura, the Evil Within. 4 legs? Check. Spider-like movement? Check. Fresh pair of underwear? Pending. Again, the Wikipedia for this game can actually just take it away. A creature born from the memory of Laura's tragic death and Ruvik's own vengeance, she is nearly immune to bullets, but reacts violently to open flames. A reference to the barnhouse fire which heavily injured Laura and placed her in a vegetative state that eventually led to her death. Likely a result of the fire, Laura's reincarnated form possesses discoloured and patchy mottled skin. So, the first time you encounter this creature? Lady? Creature. You're waddling down the hallway, not a care in the world until she just bursts over a pile of bodies at the end of the room. And now, in most scenarios in games like this, you'd think, hey, look, a boss battle, let's test my skill and my grit. But in this situation, you turn around, flip your Crocs into sports mode, and hightail it away. Because she really is a face only a mother could love. Hence why she found herself on this list. A truly terrifying beast. And honestly, it's just a lady on a weird human spider body, and gives me goosebumps, don't want to think about it. Next point. Number 3. Baby, Resident Evil Village. Now, where do I even begin here? Oh, I know. It's a giant four-legged fetus that can eat you. Unlike the former 2 in this list, I had prior experience with this one. This baby? This thing? But I remember this game coming out and hearing about this cutscene and being gripped into going into YouTube and seeing it myself for the first time, and I was like, oh my word. I was horrified. Hooked, but horrified. Here's another description of what this really is. The baby is a large creature resembling a hideous distortion of a human fetus. It has swollen black eyes, a gaping toothless mouth, and a slimy red body with slightly underdeveloped limbs. Its waist appears to be inverted, leaving its legs pushing backwards as it crawls forward on its hands. The result is like a grasshopper-like profile. Its stomach has a large flap of loose flesh that trails behind it like a short, limp tail, leaving bloody streaks in its wake. Now, if you've ever wanted kids, I'm sure this is going to be the thing to put you off, right? And if you've never wanted kids, well, now's the time to double down about never wanting kids. And look, don't worry about it. I've got kids myself. They're expensive, and who knows, they might grow to be 5'10" and have bloody tails and flesh wounds and black bruised eyes, but or worse yet, actually, they could grow up and start making YouTube videos about video games. Be careful, guys. Stay woke. Number 2, Scrabs, Oddworld. Oddworld is a game where, fighting's not really a strong suit, forcing you to possess NPCs in order to use their capabilities in combat to benefit Abe on his journey. But then you meet the Scrab. What's your tactic when you fight the Scrab, when you come up against one of these four-legged monstrosities? Run. Run as far as you possibly can from these demon spawn. That's the tactic. Run away. So, you're probably asking, what's a Scrab? Scrabs are large centroid pseudo-arthropods with large claw-like beaks for heads supported by a human-like torso. Scrabs have 4 crab-like appendages as legs, which they use when travelling great distances. The legs are also used to trample or kill prey prior to pecking and tearing away meat from the bones. Sounded very clever there, didn't I? It was the Oddworld wiki. Again, go check it out. It's an awesome game. It's got awesome lore. It truly is an amazing franchise, and there's so much to delve into. But unlike the rest of the games so far on this list, this entry stands out for me mostly because, unlike the other games here, Oddworld is the only non-horror game. The intention with this game isn't to scare the player, but the uneasy feeling of a Scrab encounter creates a horror game within the game. One slip up, one mistake, one wrong turn, and it's all over. You're caught. So, whereas the other entries so far will make you jump and shout in fear, the Scrab will be the one to make your heart race, sweat pour down, and hence I've put it here so high on the list. It really does create emotion, and that's what video games are all about at the end of the day. Making you go, oh my god, I remember this happening. Remember the dogs jumping through the windows in Resident Evil? Yeah, like that. Number 1. Xenomorph. Alien Isolation. Now, I know xenomorphs in most situations and artwork are bipedal, but I think a lot of the time when I think of them, they're hunched down, or they're down on all 4 legs. So, considering they can do both, I'm going to count them as 4-legged, classing them as a beast also, even though they can stand on 2 legs too. And that's what pushes them to number 1 on this list. Now, if you've seen any space movies or played any space games, you're going to know what a xenomorph is. They're one of, if not the most iconic horror creatures of all time in games and movies. So, the fine people over at Sega, Sega, famous for making the colourful and friendly Sonic the Hedgehog series, decided they were going to take Alien and make it one of the most intense and gripping horror games ever created to date, fleshing out an already horrific nightmare into a bona fide horror apocalypse. By giving a xenomorph the AI that comes to learn how you play, encourages you to take new paths, and learns alongside you. You finding this game too easy? No, you're not. Making some progress? No, you're not. Having fun? No, you're not. Somewhere between the acidic blood, facehugger chest eggs, and secondary smoochy mouth, I'd rather not encounter one of these, to be perfectly honest with you. I'll stay over here at my nice sweet farm in Stardew Valley, safe from all large metallic alien life forms. Thank you very much. So, thank you for watching. Any I missed out, or did I miss any of your favourite 4-legged terrors? Let me know down in the comments. I'm Gillo Boy Jr. This has been Top 5 Beasts in Gaming. Hope you've enjoyed the video. As I said earlier, comment if you don't see anything you like or want to see a certain video. Comment and tell me what you think. I will see you later. Catch you around. Bye bye.